Alright, welcome back to another episode of Speedruns from the Crypt. We always like to follow up with the Bargain Bin, which is a very fun show, but now we're diving into the late night spooky hours. Before we do begin this week, though, I do want to say that AGDQ 2022 online game and volunteer submissions are now open from until October 3rd. If you're looking to help with the event from the comfort of your home, whether it be a runner or a volunteer, go to gamesdonequick.com to find more information about that. Anyway, on to Speedruns from the Crypt tonight. It is September 29th. That's one day after September 28th. I know that doesn't really sound like much of a statement right there. However, as we all know, that on September 28th, monsters invaded the city. And we visit a large chunk of the original Resident Evil trilogy. Well, I guess 2 of the 3 games. And we may be sneaking in another game somewhere over here. But the general idea is that we're going to be celebrating the Resident Evil classic games today, because while we do see a lot of Resident Evil games, sometimes we do forget the classics, and they're very fun speedruns. We're going to be taking a journey into all of these, and I do hope that you enjoy this presentation of classic Resident Evil games. To start things off, though, while this may be out of order, we're going to be diving into Resident Evil 2, the time of Claire and Leon in Raccoon City Police Department. That being said, here's RE2 with Rebecca RE. Take it away.
Hello. Hello everyone, welcome to this awesome marathon. I'm Rebecca R.E., a resident speedrunner from Santiago de Chile. And in the commentary we have also Pyramid.
Hello everyone, hello everyone. Good night, here from Spain. I'm also a speedrunner. I speedrun the PC version of this game. Hope you guys enjoy this run.
Alright, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Right.
I'm ready. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go. Good luck, my friend.
Right.
You'll do great. Let's go. Rebe, why do you like Claire and not Leon? Tell me. Because for those of you who don't know...
You know exactly why. Because I hate Leon's hitbox. I don't know why he's so thick in this game. But it's because of that. And I also love Granite Launcher in Resident Evil series. Also, Claire is my favorite character in Resident Evil. That's why I play Claire A. And it's also the canon.
I guess
the canon scenario.
I guess everybody knows at this point, but in Resident Evil 2 Classic, you also have the chance to play with either Leon or Claire. Some runners prefer to play Claire. They are totally different routes. Oh, that's RNG. It's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine.
But it's fine. It's fine.
What you want to do there is you just want to get a no damage gate. So you got RNG. Unfortunate, there was nothing sequel to. There we go. These neck dodges are pretty easy, but sometimes the last zombie can be a troll, and he can turbo, yeah.
I got 2 bites.
Yeah, that zombie can bite you sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes the zombie is very close to the door and sometimes very close to me. It's very random. So I got 3, 2.
Well, you can stagger him with one shot as well. That would, like a 2-1 will be the best possible RNG in that was. A good thing about this version though is that you can skip cutscenes. That's pretty cool. You cannot do that on PC, even though PC has faster camera transitions. You can skip doors. You cannot skip cutscenes on the PC version.
And you know, Cutscenes in this game are very, very long, especially when you meet Annette. It's very long.
There we go. All she has to do pretty much in this part of the game, she has to do just good lines, try to do early triggers, trying to just like, I guess, like every other game, movement is important in every game, right? So she's gonna focus on just good movement, good lines, trying to trigger the doors very, very early. It's very important. That saves a lot of time. Really, nothing going on for now.
So quick question then, right now. So I know Resident Evil games do use the in-game timer for officially timing the runs, and I think I'm not sure exactly what it does and doesn't count. But so since the GameCube version can skip cutscenes, do the cutscenes actually count against you with the in-game timer, or do they count as real time?
Keep a cutscene, it adds the time to the IGT. Like you are not saving time actually. Yeah. Let's say a cutscene lasts for 10 seconds. 10 seconds will be added to the IGT automatically. It's like a fast forward. It's very weird. It's very weird. It's actually very weird.
Yeah,
That is a weird choice.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if you skip the cutscene faster because it will count on the in-game time anyways.
Yeah. Here are the pushes. These are also very precise. You can play it safe. You can also play it a little bit YOLO. But yeah, for now, just movement. We don't have to deal with any enemy yet. So we good. We're gonna meet Mr. Leon.
Time for the most important weapon in this game. The grenade launcher.
Actually, there's another question right now. I think about it, since you did mention that Leon and Claire do have the different weapon routings. How easy is it to transition between, like, let's say you run Claire A, like, would you feasibly be able to run Leon A well, or are there enough differences where the routes are a bit too different?
It's not that different. It's just that the Claire, like, route, if we talk about the route, yes, it's clearly very different. But in terms of movement and gameplay, it's not that different. Just Claire feels a little bit more sharper. She's smaller. So it feels like you can do, how can I say it, sharper lines, let's say that way, and you can get some dodges are a little bit easier. For example, at the blue hallway, because this is small, she has a small hitbox. So some dodges become easier, but on the other hand, though, we have places like MODs, the room where we have to grab the MODs, that are way harder with Claire. So overall, I will say like Claire A is a little bit of a harder scenario than Leon A.
There's also more leakers in this category.
Yeah. It's in this category, Claire A, it's very, very important to maintain your HP. You do not want to take damage at all in RPD, and it's very hard to do like a no damage RPD is very hard, but it's very important because you don't get a free heal with Claire. In Leon A, when you reach the sewers, you get a free heal after a Ada cutscene. That doesn't happen with Claire, so you have to be very careful with your HP.
Yeah.
There we go.
And also the laboratory section is longer in Claire A because you have to bring the vaccine to Sherry.
Yeah, the lab is way more annoying with Claire. With Leon. Alright, the reasons we equip the GL there is because it manipulates the liquor that is coming right now. So you can do an inside line. There we go. If you don't equip the GL, you cannot do that because the liquor won't behave like that. That's the reasons we equip the GL, and you don't run slower with the GL in this game. Same speed. Here's a little difference for if you guys want to know differences with Leon A. Leon is bigger and stronger, so you don't need as many pushes here in this room as like with Clara. You need more pushes with Clara.
Huh.
Yeah, the programmers did a good job.
Well, she's a strong character too. I love her so much. Oh, he almost grabbed me.
Okay, now we're gonna meet someone that every single Clara runner hates.
Yeah, well, we are not gonna see her because I'm gonna skip it.
Oh, that's right. You skip the cutscene,
Yeah.
that's right.
Rip.
Alright, I think everybody knows. It's pretty obvious we're talking about Cherry, and you'll see later ways it can be a problem in this scenario. Very good move, very good lines. We're talking with the world record holder, guys. In case you guys don't know, she's the world record holder in this version, the GameCube version.
You're also the world
I'm
record
surprised.
holder. You're also the world record holder, but in PC.
Yeah, in PC. There we go.
It's a very
These
insane.
zombies are not a problem. Yeah.
It's a very insane world record because I didn't take any damage in RPD. It was damageless.
Yeah, it was a very, very good run. Rebecca's running was very, very good. There we go. Here, pretty much same. You have to worry about good movement, early door triggers. Sometimes, very rarely, you can get hit by one of these. It's very rare, but it can happen sometimes.
Misty Zombie has large arms.
You'll have to dodge some zombies now. They are not a problem though. Alright. Misty, the female zombie on the way back can be a problem if you're really going for a really optimal line. She can be a problem sometimes. And she can grab you. But I think Rev is gonna take a little bit of a safe line, I think. Because if you get too close, you can get beaten by Misty. That's how we call that female zombie. That's what I'm talking about. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see that? That's what I'm talking about.
That was very close.
That was close. Yeah, well, good job.
Sadly, the inventory is not as fast than PC version.
Yeah, the inventory here is not as fast as the PC version, because in the PC version there's like a fast way to do the inventory, because there are certain combinations of keys that if you press them, it will go immediately to a certain slot. That doesn't work here in this version.
Yeah.
There we go.
now I got the diamond key. So very...
Mm-hmm.
All keys are very important in this game.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Yeah, all this segment is pretty chill. Later we'll see some really crazy segments of the game, of this scenario, where a lot of action will happen, a lot of rank killers, a lot of places where you can take damage, but this is pretty chill. This part is pretty chill, just movement, triggers.
I'm gonna grab the fast because I got 2 bites before the RPD, so just in case I'm gonna use it.
Yeah. That's the best idea. As we say, guys, this is a very tough scenario because you cannot take too much damage because it can easily kill your run later on. So that's a good decision to pick up the fast arrow. There we go. Now so you gotta use the lighter, grab the second gem.
There we go. Yeah, in Nintendo 64 version, there's cutscenes, and you can also change the violence. The violence in RE2 and the blood. There is green blood, red blood, and blue.
That's a big meme.
I wonder if they got that from like House of the Dead.
Maybe.
Because I don't remember if the original Resident Evil had the blood colors, did it?
No, absolutely not.
Maybe for House of the Dead, and that's kind of funny.
Yeah. All right, evidence room. Okay.
Ooh, that was close. I got bad RNG in the first zombie and...
Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna use the fast because I need space for the next section. Please, Marvin. Oof. That was also
that was close. That was close. This is another place where it's a little bit more difficult with Leone because of what I say. The hitbox is way bigger. So with Claire you can get past Marvin even when he's semi-aggressive, but sometimes he's so aggressive that even with Claire you'll get crap anyway.
Leon is like, damn boy, he's thick.
Yeah. He's RNG. His behavior is RNG. But there's also a backup when he's so aggressive that you cannot just leave. You can just go around him. There's a backup strat. It's a little bit slower, but there's always a way to get out of the situation.
Yeah.
Gotta use the second gem now.
When I was a little, I thought the C4 was a bubble gum. It looks like a bubble gum. No way. I thought it was a bubble gum, but it's not. It's a C4.
A little bit different.
A little bit different.
Here we go. Here we get to see Miss Sari again.
Oops. We're fine. A bubblegum explosive.
The escape is the game.
Goodbye, ship irons, and now I'm gonna pick up the heart key. You only use it once in one door, and that's it. And there's a shortcut to the first floor in this door.
Fastest way to get down there, yeah. There we go. Here is just movement, good lines. Now there's an upcoming hard dodge. Sometimes he's gonna have to dodge a doggy.
The wooey.
Sometimes he can be unpredictable.
Yeah, it's very
That's how I feel it in my runs. Sometimes he's unpredictable.
Oof.
Let's see how.
He went aggro, but it's
Okay.
fine.
Nice. Sometimes he just gets aggro early and you don't even know what to do. At least that happens to me.
Yeah. There's a lot of rankiers in this category.
Yeah, because even taking like a small doggy bite, that will make you be worried about it. Because you don't want to take that much at all.
Now we have Sherry.
Yeah. The famous Sari. There we go.
The famous rank killer in this game. The biggest rank killer. She's also very, very slow. Well, she's just a child in this game. She's like 12 years old, right? Yeah. But she's way useful than Ashley. Definitely. She's also very strong.
Yeah. Look at those big boxes. Just moving them like nothing.
Yeah.
Alright, she can drop her leg here, and that's RNG. Okay, that's not drops.
Nice.
Not a single drop. That's the best possible RNG.
There we go.
That was very good RNG. Because
Very
on average, I will say 2 leg drops is the average. A leg drop, we call a leg drop when like she tries like to climb up, but she fails, so she has to try again, and that makes you lose time, and it's completely RNG. So you can lose like 2 seconds, 3 seconds in this segment just because of bad luck, regardless your execution. So Claire has, in terms of RNG, Claire is more RNG heavy than Leon A. slightly. It's not like super crazy RNG, but it's
Good
slightly
RNG.
more RNG heavy.
I
Yeah,
got
good
good
line there.
RNG with the Cerberus. I'm gonna
Mhm.
discard the key just in case if I need a winner.
Okay.
It's fine, it's fine.
That's fine. Just a liquor hit.
And I'm gonna grab the green nerve. Okay, there's a YOLO strat, but I'm not gonna do that because if I die, there's no checkpoint in this game.
Okay.
There's no way to come back, so it will be safe this time.
Yeah, I wasn't saying anything because I didn't know what you were going to do, so I wanted you to be focused. But yeah, you can. That's not the strat that you do for an optimal run. You YOLO those zombies, but he went safe, which is understandable. This is a marathon. Let's not do crazy things.
Yeah, this section is very hard because of the blue hallway and red hallway. There's a lot of enemies in this section, and there's also a leaker
Yeah.
in one room.
Yeah, there's a lot of action going on here.
Yeah.
So he's gonna have to dodge a lot of things, even a leaker now in the next door, which is pretty hard. You kind of have to manipulate the leaker so he stays in a certain position and he doesn't go after you when you leave the room. Let's see if it works. Nice, 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 nice.
Oh, he's jumping. Okay, there we go.
Nice. That was a good manipulation. Nice.
Please, Misty. Oof!
Good job. Good job. That's
you.
another hard line. That's a very hard line, especially Misty again. It can be a problem.
Yeah, she's always in small rooms.
She's famous for a reason.
Yeah. For now, we find it's just one hit from a leaker.
Yeah, totally fine.
Ooh. Okay, I hate this part because sometimes this liquor is very, very random.
Yeah.
Nice.
Jump. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. That's one of the hardest liquors to manipulate. On the way back through though, she's gonna have to get back to the room again. On the way back through is free though. You'll see. On the way back through there's no problem at all. It's gonna be a free dodge. There's no RNG there. There we go.
Perfect.
The liquor always behave like that, see? Just thrown around and It's a free dodge. That one is a free dodge. There we go. Gotta solve the library puzzle. Pretty easy.
Yeah, that's what I love RE2 Speedrun, because puzzles are always the same. It's not like RE3. It's not like RE3. RE3 is 50% RNG. In this game, 19% of this game depends on your abilities, your muscle memory.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nice. Good manipulation there. As you can see, you have to deal with you guys now understand why you wanna avoid damage, because you have to face so many enemies, so many leakers, so many leaker dodges. And the thing is, you don't get a free heal. You don't get a free heal in the sequels like with Leon A. In Leon A, you can get destroyed that as long as you make it in fine into the sewers, you're gonna get back to full HP because Ada heals you in the sewers. This doesn't happen here.
Really quick, I saw the question chat. This run is live. The runner is currently live as well.
Oops.
However, chat is pre-recorded.
I forgot the inventory because I grabbed the the green arrow. It's fine.
Yeah, that change your muscle memory is fine.
Yeah. Sorry, my bad. Time to skip this cutscene, and I'm gonna grab the acid rounds because it's time for a first boss fight.
Yeah. This is not a very dangerous fight. You wanna do quick shots, you wanna do fast shots, but the worst that can happen is that you get those little embryos jump on you, you shake them off and it's fine.
There we go.
Yeah. She got some embryos on her, but you shake them off properly and they're not a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, ideally you don't want the embryos to jump on you, but sometimes they do super early and you have to shake them off for safety. Sometimes you can make it to the ladder, like they can get on you, but you can make it to the ladder before they actually bite you. But depending on the RNG, you have to make a decision. And she made the right decision by shaking them off. All right, worst part of the run.
Whee!
Why? Because we have Seri following us everywhere now. Here's the fun part. The fun is starting. There we go. So you see that she has to start walking there. That's because if you go too fast with Claire, Seri is gonna sit down. You won't be able to open the door, so you have to get back to her. So she starts following you again. So it's very specific. Like it depends on the runner. Some runners count. Some runners use like different cues, you know. We'll see how Reve handle this, but yeah. In some rooms you don't have to walk or wait, just like this one. It's not necessary.
I got good RNG with Sherin. Nice.
No, not a single leg drop.
That's really good.
Fantastic. Fantastic RNG.
Hello, zombie. Oh, this part is very annoying. It's also RNG.
Yeah, you can get grabbed by these bugs.
Oh! That was close. Ah, I almost got good
that
RNG. But it's fine.
Well, that was close.
That sound is so disgusting. Well, the sewer section in this game is very, very short. It's not like RE2 remake sewer. It's a very short section. So it's not a big deal in this game. But I have to be careful with the spiders because I don't want to get poisoned.
Yeah, if you get too close to the spider in that corner, they can attack you or even poison you. Even these spiders there poison you. It's very, very rare, but it can happen. There's a clip of a very OG runner of this game that he got poisoned in the weirdest way we have ever seen. You guys should watch that clip.
Is it Wolf?
No, it's Arcadia Skies, I think it's his name. I don't know if some of you knows him.
Whenever I hear the I got poisoned, I always think Wolf.
I got poisoned!
I love that one. It's fun.
That's from RE3, I think, that clip. Yeah. But yeah, it's extremely rare to get poisoned by those two spiders.
Okay, there's also a glitch in this part, but I'm gonna use the save strat because if I don't get the glitch, I'm dead.
Yeah, so basically there's a specific way to, like, you want a time when you drop that, I don't even know how to call that, barrel, I don't know. So what she did there is she dropped it immediately, that's the safe strat. But the crocodile, it's gonna take a while for the crocodile to actually grab that. But there's another strat. If you wait and you drop it at the right moment, the crocodile will be way more aggressive and it will grab the thingy. I don't even know how to call it. Sorry, my English is bad today.
It's fine.
I don't know how to call that. Is that a barrel? Well, how do you call that? I don't even know the Spanish word for that. How do we call that in Spanish? I don't even know.
It's fine, my English is also bad.
You want to go for a bit of Spanish? You're more than welcome to, by the way.
That's the problem. I don't even know the Spanish word for that object. I know Spanish.
It's a kind of a tank.
Like a gas tank?
Yeah, it's a gas tank.
Like Alright, so yeah. Alright, so you guys saw that she ran towards the wall. That's to manipulate Seri to start following her. Because if she goes immediately, there we go. She's walking again. That's all just for to manipulate Seri, so she doesn't wait. She's gonna have to walk more here.
Oh, okay, sure. Thank you.
There we go.
sometimes she gets stuck in the corner. It's very annoying.
That's the problem. If she gets stuck or she decides to do whatever, you'll have to go back to her. Like, you cannot save it. You cannot open the next door. It won't let you open the next door. There are many different ways to deal with Sherry. We have like some standard ways to do some rooms, but I see some runners from the top, like top runners going for different strats. Yeah. Every runner has their own way to deal with Sherry. This room can be a problem as well if you YOLO it too much. There we go. Alright. That was good, very good. You see, for example, see walk there. In my runs, what I do is I run towards the wall. That's what I mean. That we use the runners use different strats to deal with Sherry.
Oh, sure, please. Okay. Perfect.
These are hard dodges. There we go.
I will use the item box because I want some space in order to get more heals in this section.
Okay.
Because I want to be safe in the laboratory. That's why.
Yeah, the labs are crazy with Claire. You have to do so many things.
I'm gonna grab extra fire rounds, but I will try to do quick shots in this fight.
Okay. This fight is not a big deal. It's usually not a problem. Ideally, you want to do quick shots, but they are not necessary. Obviously, it will be faster if you use quick shots. There we go.
I'm gonna make controller noises, by the way.
The mashing.
Yeah, the mashing is insane in this category.
That's it. 7 shots. So the reason she waited there for the last shot is because this boss has iframes, so you have to wait until this stagger animation finishes. Because if you shoot before that, it won't kill Birkin. You always have to wait for the last shot there.
Well, that was quick.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. It was pretty good. This run is actually pretty good. You're doing so
I'm
well.
very happy I got good
well.
quick shots this time.
Yeah. This is no doubt a very good run.
You know, this game means a lot a lot to me because it was my first Resident Evil. That's why it's also my favorite. And I just started the speedrun with this game. That's why this game is very important to me. Oh. It's fine.
Oh, that rear. Yeah, that rear can be tricky sometimes. Weird. So you guys will see this section is it's very tough in Claret. You have to do a lot of like backtracking, go down, go up, prepare the vaccine, so many things. With Leon is a shorter section with Leon. And guess what? It's all because of Sherry.
Sherry again.
It's Sherry's fault.
Okay, time for new enemies, the Ivies. They are not a big deal, actually.
No, they're not RNG. They're pretty easy. Now she has to deal with the lab leakers.
Oh.
There are strats, but sometimes it can be. You can easily get hit. And though we have strats for the leakers, you can easily get hit. It happens to everyone.
Oh. Sorry, I did it bad.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Alright, it was one hit. It's okay. It can happen.
I almost got a haircut from that liquor. Oh my god.
It's okay.
I still have my ponytail, thank you. She hasn't said anything in Spanish. Hola, ¿cómo están, chicos?
Okay, here she has to dodge a couple of zombies in a very specific way, because if you do it the wrong way, you can trigger. For example, that first zombie we saw, you don't want to trigger that zombie. If you trigger that zombie, he's gonna be waiting for you at the door on the way back through, and that's there's no way to do that. There we go. You see, he's just stuck in the corner because she didn't trigger him at the beginning, doing a close line to the wall. There we go. Now the leakers, round 2.
And of course,
Same.
And of course, Resident Evil ends with explosions.
Classic. Same for this leaker. There are a strat, but you can easily get hit as well. Let's see how it goes. She has healing items though, so it should be fine.
Ooh, that was great!
Yeah. That was perfect.
That was great! Oh my god!
Awesome. That's awesome.
No. I don't want to continue. Sorry.
Alright, so she's heading to the ammo disc now, guys. This is one of the hardest rooms in the entire run. You guys will see. She will have to do a couple of menus. She will have to dodge many zombies. She might have to shoot some zombies. It's a hell. It's a hell. You guys will see. It's a very skill and hard room.
I will shoot the first guy because he always give me bad RNG. Oh god, that was close.
Okay, it'll be fine. There we go. We made it out alive. Obviously, there are more YOLO ways to do that, more optimal ways if you're like going for world record, stuff like that. So you kind of went safe there. But you can see what's the problem, right? There are so many zombies, they can go aggressive at any time. It's a very hard one, very hard one. Especially if you want to do it optimal, right? Want to like, for people that wants to go for world record, either gank you for PC, like you're gonna have to do the YOLO strats.
The YOLO. Okay, please naked zombies. I need to do the RNG. Oh, never mind, but it's fine.
Oh, that was terrible RNG. That first zombie was in the worst spot ever.
Oops! Sorry. My mistake, but it's fine.
It's fine. You have to fast this.
Oof. Sorry. I have a flash, so it's fine, it's fine.
And a herb.
Yeah, I did a bad line, but... I also have another fast.
Yeah, it's really fine. It's really fine.
In the next room.
So those first two naked zombies, they are RNG. She got the worst. It was impossible to get through there on a YOLO way. Like non-stop. Alright, time to finish the vaccine.
The phaser. Oh!
It's okay. Alright, so she will finish with the vaccine now, and we're gonna be heading toward the final boss of the game, which is brutal in Clair A. Brutal. It has a lot of RNG. It's not like Leon A. There's zero RNG in this boss, but with Claire, it can be brutal. With Claire, oh.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, doors are annoying, but you can skip the cutscenes in this version. And cutscenes are very long in this game. Very, very long, especially in the laboratory.
Alright, here we go. Final boss, G4. The strat that he's gonna use is pretty much the standard strat that every runner uses at any level. There we go.
Nice. That was good, RNG.
Yeah. I was on fire.
Okay,
That was an awesome fight.
Okay, N is coming. Time.
Time. GG.
Yeah.
GG. Congratulations. Very, very good one.
Thank
The
you.
only bad thing about that one that I can remember was the naked zombies mistake, the naked zombies bite. The rest, perfect. Perfect. Very
Yeah,
good.
and
Very
the
good.
basket section. I got
Yeah.
2 grabs, but it's fine. It was a decent run. I'm very proud of it.
Yeah.
Really good fight.
everything else was really, really good. So congratulations, excellent.
Thank you.
Excellent run. So Rebecca, do you have any shout outs you would like to give to anyone? You can do this in
Yeah.
English, Spanish, your preference.
Shout out to all my friends, my community. Thank you so much. Also the RE2 community. Thank you so much, Pirami, for helping me with the commentary. I was very nervous today. Thank you so much. As I said before, this game means a lot to me because it was my first speed run, my favorite game, and thanks to this game, I was able to meet awesome people in my life. So thank you so much, and thank you so much for the opportunity to be here.
As well, if anyone wanted to find you on, let's say, Twitch or anything else, where can they find you?
I have to find my brother.
You can find me as Rebecca RE on Twitch, and also Rebecca RE13 on Twitter.
All right.
God is
I do want to say thank you for that run. It was very fun watching you breeze through here with Claire. Really quick, while we prepare for the next game, we're going to go over to a quick wellness break. This is the time to stand up, touch your toes, stretch your legs, do what you all need. Before we do go, though, I just want to mention that AGDQ 2022 online game and volunteer submissions are open from now until October 3rd. If you're looking to help with the event from the comfort of your own home, go to gamesdonequick.com. We'll be right back. All right, we are back from the break. Welcome back, everyone. We had an amazing run of RE2. I always love watching that game and the whole finale with the train and Birkin. It's always a wonderful time. Speaking of wonderful times, this next game is normally considered not to be one. This is kind of the black sheep of the Resident Evil series, but it's a personal favorite because I think this game does have some neat things going on with it. Also, a lot of people don't even really know much about this game. Our next game is going to be Resident Evil Gaiden. This game is a Game Boy, I think it's Game Boy Color, and it's like an RPG, and it's wild and has Barry, and we all love Barry. Anyway, here is Resident Evil Gaiden with Chris Naga. Take it away.
Hey everybody, what's going on? GDQ, Dices, thank you for having me here. This is what we call the black sheep, like Dices said. Beautiful soundtrack as usual, as you guys can hear, and it is I like to call this pain percent. So you know, it's pretty interesting, as you're gonna see throughout the run. There are some mechanics, as you will know, that allows us to pretty much just run around, but the hitboxes are very wonky, as you will also see as well. But anyways, we will go ahead and start on 3, 2, 1, go. So we start off as Barry Birkin. Barry, I have no idea what he's doing on this ship, but they sent him. It's all in the beginning. Normally, I skipped it, so he's here. And lo and behold, there's an outbreak. So some of these zombies are positioned. All right, that was good. Some of these zombies are positioned not, you know, in the same spot all the time. For the majority of the game, they are pretty, you can tell where they're going to be at. So the baiting mechanic, like I was telling you, if anyone is used to RE Remaster, you know how you have to go ahead and bait zombies by just getting close to them and then dodging away from them real quick. Well, the way you bait in this game is there is a mechanic that allows you to draw your weapon. And for some reason, when you are in the sight, you are in the zombies' line of sight, it will see you draw the weapon and it will go ahead and lunge at you. You want to get close enough to where it lunges and then miss. And that will cause like a 2-second delay where you can run by the zombie without it actually catching you. So it's pretty interesting because the hitboxes, you can't tell when it's gonna, you know, when it's gonna end up grabbing you or not. So you kind of have to time it. Oh, crap. All right, we're gonna just run here. And I'm gonna get caught. Yep. So if you have noticed as well, the fighting mechanics is... Oh, the zombies here too. No!
There's a lot of them.
We're gonna game over right away.
We just don't imagine
All
it
right.
happen if it happens. Don't worry about it. We won't
Right.
imagine it.
Oh man. So speedrunning strat, sometimes when you get caught with this, you'll go ahead and just soft reset. You can soft reset in this game. I'm just gonna go ahead here and have him lunge. Oh. Okay. So dodged him. Let me just move him. All right. Anyways, now we're past that part. As you can see, the fighting mechanics is not your traditional aim and then go ahead and shoot. You'll aim to your target, which you can see, and to initiate the fight. And then the fight here is just this little hot shots golf hot bar that you're gonna go ahead and use.
Also, I just want to say thank you for showing us the mechanic. That was the obvious intent of that. It was good to be able to see the example of what happens and how this could be
Yes.
a rather risky run. I actually have a question for you. Why did you want to learn this game?
So I started off with Resident Evil Remaster, just speedrunning in general, streaming,
Sure.
whatever. And I've heard that everyone hated this game. So I started, shout outs to Level Best. He's, he had the world record at some point in time. So I was watching his runs and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead. I think at this time there's like 4 runners on the board. And I'm like, let me go ahead and just give it a shot, right? And it just became more of a guilty pleasure. You know how bad the game is, but it's so much fun to run. And also, not only that, it's pretty quick. So, with most of my runs is always like either an hour or, if I run Parasite Eve, it's like 3 hours, right?
Right.
This one, you could just get a run in pretty quick, and when you're streaming and when you speed run, most of the times you don't feel like your day has been completely like wasted because you can at least get 1 to 2 runs minimal, completed. So it was just very convenient, I guess. And I like jank games, so here we go. All right, so oh, good.
Oh, I was going to say I think my favorite part of this game is the Leon texture we're going to see later, but definitely go ahead.
Yes. So you can see this mechanic that I'm using, which is just baiting the zombie. Well, we just realized this at one point. Let's see if I can get it right. Okay, so this is our first boss of the game. But as you can see, sweet, I got it. I was able to actually lure a zombie in so that now I don't have to fight the boss. I am now running. And the boss is done.
Why does the zombie just get rid of the boss?
So this game, another reason why I like it is because it is very glitch heavy. And, well, you know what? I'm not even sure if that's the right word to use, but with that particular thing, for some reason, the boss will go ahead, when you get close to it, it will trigger the fight. Well, sometimes when you trigger it, the zombie that you are baiting kind of gets stuck at, bait mode, and it will go ahead and actually attack you instead of the boss. So it's like the boss will attack you first, and then the zombie comes out of nowhere and will grab you. So the game thinks since it was the second one that grabbed you, the game is like, oh, well, here's the enemy that you should fight. And lo and behold, instead of fighting the boss, you're going to go ahead and just fight the zombie. And you're going to see that, that trick done maybe once or twice more. So another thing about this game too with the fighting mechanics, obviously I said Hot Shots Golf, if anyone can remember Hot Shots Golf. You want to hit in that white line. So there's a white line and then there's a space in the middle. So obviously the space in the middle is the crit point. It takes the most damage, but you can still hit an enemy within the white spot. That just means that it's going to take a couple more shots than normal. So I'm gonna get this key, and then I'm gonna get our second weapon, which would be the assault rifle. So the thing about this game too is that the more powerful the weapon, the faster your meter to shoot becomes, and you will see that once I go ahead and equip this with our next boss. All right, so we got the key to where we need to progress. And now we're going to the east side of the boat. So most of the enemies here we can go ahead and avoid if we do it properly. Sometimes some of them don't want to go ahead and pause. They'll just keep coming at you. But we're getting some good RNG right now with we're just not getting hit, so that's decent. You'll also know that the music cuts off when there is a lot of things that are going on. All right, so this is boss number 2. We're actually gonna fight him. All right, sweet. And there he is. So the assault rifle does take a decent amount of damage, but we're only gonna have, I believe, 3 weapons in this game. 3 weapons that we actually want. Our pistol, which we have already. The assault rifle, which takes a decent amount of damage, but our super and broken weapon that we will get later on, you will see, is a gas launcher. And boy, I tell you, you only get 3 bullets in that thing, but you will see why it's broken once we get there. Oh, I also forgot to mention, even though this is a Game Boy Color game, I am playing it, I am playing hardware. I'm playing it on a Game Boy player for GameCube. So it makes it a little bit more easier, you know, than actually playing it on a Game Boy Color or Pocket.
Another question.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm watching you do some of these shots. How in the world do you have like the top golf accuracy? Like, you pinpointed 2 of those. I played this game casually, and like I had to like let it bounce a couple of times while they get closer, because if anyone who doesn't know, that bar will actually get larger the closer the enemy is, and you want to hit dead center each time. So I just watched them hit like 2, like pop pop, and it's like, oh, how?
So I guess just practice. I was terrible at this game when I first started to run. I mean, like, with aiming. But yeah, the more you play it, the more you kind of develop that internal time, that timer when you should hit that button in your head, and it just goes off.
So a follow-up question to that. Have you tried any of the games that have the similar pattern, and are you better at those now because of this?
No, I have not. Well, okay. Are you talking about any action game or possible shooting game like this? Or
honestly, it feels more like a rhythm game at this point.
Yeah. No, I haven't.
All right.
I used to play Guitar Hero, but I was okay at that. I wasn't great. But yeah, I haven't played any rhythm games since picking up this run. All right, and we've been just going through this run, and I forgot to mention, we did pick up Leon. So even though we are playing, oh crud. Even though we are playing as Barry right now, we did pick up Leon, so we do have both of them up. And the cool thing about this is you can alternate between Barry and Leon of who's shooting. So it makes it like if you have a weapon on Leon, you can go ahead and shoot if you run out of ammo with one person. So you're not completely screwed. But with the run, we don't really equip more than one on anyone, just because it's pretty easy. But the good thing about having multiple people is that, say if you're low health with Barry and you accidentally get caught into, you know, a zombie catches you and you're in a fight like this, you can easily switch to Leon and he will take the damage than instead of Barry. So you kind of can share some of the health that way. I think right now we have a total of 11 runners, and I am planning, I've been planning on it. I want to go ahead and actually make a guide and put it on speedrun.com so that if there are any less sane individuals that want to go ahead and take this challenge, it would be easier for them to go ahead and, you know, do instead of... I know not everybody, you know, would like to watch videos and see how the strats are or anything, but so that may or may not be coming. All right, so where are we going? All right, we are on our way to the deck. We saw out of this whole thing, you guys are probably wondering, hey, who is this girl that this BLW has gone after? Well, that's our third character, Lucia, or Lucia, whatever you want to call her. However you pronounce her name. She's our third character, and what happens is she actually can sense, she can actually sense where the BOW is at and when it's coming. Why, I don't know, but that's just part of the story. Well, she's captured by the BOW, so right now we're on our way to try to get her. And I am poisoned, but we will just let it run out. The good thing about this game too is when you do die, there is a checkpoint. And the checkpoints are pretty, you can see I'm not saving, but the checkpoints are pretty generous. So, like if I go through this door and I didn't save and I died, it will start me from here. So it's not that bad. All right, so we didn't really kill him, we downed him, and we just noticed, oh crap, this BOW kind of self-respawns. We're gonna heal Barry one more time, open up this door. And now something happens to the boat to where we're gonna end up losing Barry, and it's just gonna be Leon and Lucia. We're gonna go to the basement of this ship. So the weird thing about it is, even though Barry was the one poisoned, and we no longer have Barry in our party, the poison is still there. So whether or not that means Leon is poisoned now, or if it's just gonna, if that icon is just gonna stay there, I have no idea. All right. So right here, we need a key, but this zombie is blocking it. So we're gonna go ahead, do our little bait technique. We're gonna pick up this crowbar, which we need to open a door. And we're gonna get this. That is our magic key for our broken weapon. We're gonna need that later. Yeah, this game is, story-wise, this game is pretty interesting, weird, and whether you think it's canon or not, that's up to you. The real answer is no, it's not canon.
Oh.
If you also want a remake of this game, we do have one. It's called Revelations. It is also on a boat. And yes, whether you think that's better than this or not, I don't know. All right, so he stopped, thank goodness. And the one big challenge of this game is that when there's multiple enemies and when they are all attacking you, the frame rate likes to drop a lot. So that's why you would see a lot of lagging, a lot of downtime, and why the music sometimes doesn't always hit the beat that it needs to, because the Game Boy Color can only do so much. Oop. All right, that's good. We're gonna use our crowbar here. Yeah, no, that's a little joke that I said. Revelation is not really Gaiden remake. It's just they're both on a boat. I figured, hey, that's the remake it needs.
So I did see a bit of this point in chat so far, and actually I'm curious. The idea of lag has been brought up a few times.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming that the lag probably has something to do with the amount of zombies on screen, given that this is probably a Game Boy Color game. Is that
Yes.
accurate? So how does the lag work, and how does that affect you as a runner?
So it doesn't it doesn't cause any good things. It could, I would say, well, hold on real quick. Let me,
Of course,
this zombie takes a lot of damage, which sucks.
Take your time.
All right, good. They can miss, which is great, but you can also kill them and the damage somehow will still, yep, I don't even have any more heals left, and we'll just kill you. And yeah, well, anyways, so the lag could possibly help. So if there are multiple zombies, you can kind of plan on where you want to move to try to see if you can avoid it. They're not coming fast enough at you. But other than that, it doesn't help. Sometimes what I forgot to mention as well is that when you do bait zombies, there are some zombies that will come off screen towards you. And those zombies are pretty interesting because even though the one I just baited right now, right? If you get caught by him, you're gonna get triggered into a fight. The zombie that comes off screen, it can't hit you. Like, not yet. It has like a it has like an iframe, I guess. So it's there to block you, but not necessarily trigger a fight. Now, after it freezes, it will then, and you're still there, it can then trigger a fight, and then you're pretty much, you know, screwed. Why did I do that? Or not really screwed, but it wastes time. You can see how that zombie just came up from up top. That's what I was talking about. That zombie is not normally there. It just magically showed up. poisoned again.
So the poison,
Alright.
is there a way to actually cure the poison at all, or do you just kind of like chug the herbs and hope to God you don't die?
Yes, there is. So there's multiple herbs you can pick up. There is green herbs, which is just a basic. So your health goes into 3 bars. There's green, yellow, and red. The green herb itself would go ahead and just fill up 1 bar. I think there is a purple herb that will go ahead and heal your poison. But there are times where you just don't have one, so then you just run in poison, and the poison itself will go ahead and disappear. It's not like others where you need to find the blue herb or you're screwed, you know. It's timed, and eventually it will go ahead and disappear. So what we just did, we went back to the control room for a 3rd time, I believe, and we saw that Barry was actually, during the cutscene that I skipped, Barry was talking to Umbrella, talking about they know where the girl is, because Umbrella's looking for the girl, and they have to incorporate Umbrella somehow in this game. They're looking for the girl, and Barry is going to go ahead and get the girl for them. So Barry's bad in this game. But you don't know that during the run because I skip everything. And now Barry took Lucia, ended up going into the Umbrella submarine, and now the ship is going down. It got hit from the side, and now we are by ourselves trying to figure out what's going on. So gameplay wise, we are on our way to get the broken weapon. And I said before, the weapon that we are going to get is our gas launcher, and you're gonna see why it's broke. Oh, I'm so... Alright, good. So here, we're gonna go ahead and bait this, and you can see music and frames and all. Alright. We are going to fight, because we're gonna have to clear this. And you are going to see this wonderful mechanic where I'm running and somehow attacking at the same time. If you're wondering, Chris, what in the world just happened? Why did they drop when you were trying to run? Well, the weapon for some reason allows you to still attack while you're trying to run, while you don't waste any ammunition. So it's broke. And right now, instead of dodging, I'm gonna go ahead and clear out a path. And why I'm gonna clear this path is because later on, we are going to come back to this area. And it's just gonna be faster for the run because, you know, we want to clear him, so we'll just take them all out. If we clear them now, we don't have to they're still there. We don't have to worry about them later. Oh yeah, gas launcher is way OP than Magnum and rocket launcher in this game. So you would think, hey, this makes the run very, you know, not challenging, it, you know, whatever. Yes and no. Because even though you are able to go ahead and completely annihilate every zombie that is in your path, you still have a couple bosses you have to go through. And with that being said, you can't run away from bosses. So, you have to still plan accordingly, as in, I think there's like 3 more bosses I run into, but technically they're all optional, and you'll see why. Johnny, I see ya. Alright, we're gonna go ahead, clear these bad boys out. And to be perfectly honest, I still don't even know if I'm poisoned or if the icon is still there. At this point, I have no idea. We're just gonna run with it.
You know, I didn't realize the icon could just sort of linger there. I thought they were like poisoned the whole time, they were dying, but I realized that, you know, maybe it ran out.
Yeah, it's I don't know. At this point, there are things in this game that still happen that I have no answer to. It's just like, oh, well, you let it happen.
You haven't really lost any health either at all while being poisoned.
Yeah. That's why I think it's just there. It's like, hey, I'm here.
Maybe it's like the equivalent of like a really minor bee sting or something, where it's technically poison, but it's not really doing anything to you.
I got a very, very small spider bite. So right now we are going to the boiler room, and we're I think we're on our way to fight a 3rd boss. Here. See if we can beat this, and then all right, cool. So the good thing is, if we can position ourselves well, we won't have to worry about most of the fights. I'm surprised this is actually going pretty smooth. Oh no, I don't think I did it right. Crud. You know what? We're gonna go. All right, so I'm going to use my weapons. Bam. All right, we're good. I may end up regretting this later, but the good thing is we're gonna get some more ammo back then, so. All right, so now we are back on a ship, and we're like, hey, what's going on? Well, that was an umbrella dude that turned into a zombie. They extracted the parasite within Lucia, and sure, now we're not bad. We realized Barry was just doing this to make sure that he can completely eliminate Umbrella and rescue Lucia at the same time. So Barry's still good. And hey, it's Mr. BOW. How the heck he getting on this ship? We have no idea. So right here, we're gonna go ahead and get our rounds. Oh, I think that leaves me with 4 rounds. Ooh, I don't like what I did. All right. Well, anyways, we're coming, like, we're on the final stretch of this run, surprisingly. We're on our way to go ahead. We're back on the ship. We're trying to find Leon. And last time we saw Leon was in the boiler room fighting the BOW. Uh-oh, I'm dead. All right.
That guy hits hard.
Yes, you'll find out that some of these guys just they're tanks. They hit 1 hit and they'll take like either a bar and a half to 2 bars, and if you're not really full, you don't have that health up, you're pretty much done. But this is why I was telling you I was clearing that path off with Leon, because now as Barry and Lucia, we can just run straight past everything. We don't have to worry about fighting these zombies because we cleared them out during our previous wave. Exactly. It is kind of like RE Revelations, even though, or is RE Revelations kind of like this? All right, all said and done, this should be an easy trip to the boiler room. And we're coming up on our 4th boss. Now, I'm going to try my best because boss 3, I should have soft reset and tried to see if I can get that, the zombies to become the boss instead of fighting that boss, because I want to reserve those ammos. The gas launchers for a boss, normally they're dead within two canisters. But at the end, in case I don't get a skip, I can use these to actually just fight them and complete the game. Alright. So we're gonna do that. Oh, sweet. Alright, his hitbox is ridiculous. So there on that part is just crazy. It's like, great, you know. He 9 times out of 10 he'll go ahead and actually get you at that part. So we got really lucky to be able to avoid him, and I don't have to really worry as much because we're able to conserve the ammo we need. So if we don't hit the skip on the end, we can go ahead and just, you know, use the actual ammo to take the boss out. We're pretty much at the final stretch of the game. We are headed towards the final boss. But I am going to give you guys a fair warning. This game, like I said, is very, I would say sensitive, unique, whatever you want to call it. This game at this particular part likes to freeze up or soft lock or soft freeze, whatever you want to call it. I thought at first, hey, because I used to run this on emulation, and I was like, maybe it's an emulator thing. So I ended up being crazy enough to buy an actual copy. And we were like, all right, let's go ahead and run it. Same spot. So I don't know why it freezes, and it's hit or miss. So let's just hope at this part after this enemy, when we go through this door, it doesn't freeze.
Here's to open.
Here it is. All right, we're good. Whew, it would just black screen and that's it. We're done. But we're in the clear right now, so we're good. So we're always gonna get hit from there. Barry's doing the Harlem Shake for a bit. Now we are. Oh. Yeah, that's fine. Knockout. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and try to attempt this maybe once or twice. This final boss, we can go ahead and actually. There's a boss at the end to where, like, there's a boss where you need to get to, and then when you defeat that BLW, there's the final boss, or his final form, you would want to say. We can actually skip both of these. And this is how. We're gonna try to see if we can get. So you can tell we'll get the trick because this music, like you grab them, it'll disappear. And it will spawn one of those random zombies on top. No, you can still hear the music. And eventually the zombie will go ahead and, you know, get you in place of the monster, but we're just gonna go ahead and fight it. Because why not? We can. Because we have ammo. As long as the green is on that screen, we're good. All right. So normally, if you're trying for world record or PB, you want to do the skip to avoid fighting these bosses. But because this is a marathon run and we're playing it safe, bam. All right, so time is coming up. After the credits, as soon as it says thank you for playing, that's when time is there. So right now we realized, hey, we're safe. Lucia's like, I can't sense it. Oh, that's green blood. That's not Leon. That's the BLW. The end.
Wait, what?
Exactly, time.
Now I know what happened to Leon.
So with Leon, you know how you fought the BLW in the boiler room and then you switched to Barry. Well,
Right.
From there, when we were Barry, we ended up running into what was called Leon, but he was the BLW in disguise. So we dipped him and we found Leon on the floor. Well, eventually at the end, when we go through and we escape, we found out, yes, he is sus. It wasn't Leon, it was the BLW all along, and we have no idea what happened to Leon. The end.
Apparently he just went back to, I guess, working for the
Yes.
guy. He didn't really do anything bad. He just sort of, he went to Spain later, I guess? He went to RE4?
Again, I have no idea. Just like Gaiden and the speedrun itself, you just let it happen.
That's fair. Anyway.
But that is already Gaiden.
Yeah, thank you for showing us this run. That run was absolutely cursed. Before we do head on to the next run, though, I got a couple things to ask you. One, do you have any shout-outs you'd like to give?
I would like to shout out Level Best. He is always, like, when I first started this, just being able to talk with him and have him as, like, my right-hand man is commentating. He was there. I didn't reach out to him this time because I think it was just, I didn't have things set, but my community, thank you for showing up. The RE community as well. Even though you guys are not used to this game, I do speedrun of the RE games, and you guys are very supportive as well when we're doing that. And yeah, you and GDQ, thank you for having me and allowing me to show off Gaiden and all its cursedness.
Well, thank you for that one. As well, if anyone wanted to find you on, let's say, like Twitch, Twitter, etc., where can they find you?
You can find me twitch.tv/ChrisNaga. I am on Twitter as well. I try to be active. My handle is XIVChris. But yeah, you can find me at those two social media spots.
All right. That being said, thank you again for running this, let's say, wonderful game for us. Right now, we're going to be gearing up for our next couple games. We still have a few more for tonight. We're going to be going with a lot more Resident Evil. But before that, we're going to go to a quick wellness break. This is time to stand up, touch your toes, stretch your legs, do what you need. Before that, though, if you would like to help out with AGDQ 2022 online, game and volunteer submissions are currently open from now until October 3rd. If you're looking to help with the event and cover your own home, go to gamesdonequick.com to find out more information. As well, if you miss any of the GDU Hotfix shows, you can check out an archive of past runs and shows at youtube.com/gamesdonequick. We'll be right back. All right, we're back from the break. I hope that you all enjoyed the wonderful world of Gaiden. I guess it's kind of fitting. You know, we saw RE2, which has Leon, and then we find out Leon's actually, I guess, a bioweapon. It all works out well. But whenever people think about Resident Evil, they always think back to the very, very original one, all the way back to the year 1996, the birth of survival horror, realistically. That being said, that is going to be our next game. We're going to be looking at the deep roots of survival horror with the original Resident Evil. This is going to be done by Holy Soul, so that being said, take it away.
Thank you very much for the introduction. My name is Holy Soul, twitch.tv/Holy Soul, and I hope you're all ready for some Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it.
All right, so on your end, just let us know when we're good to begin time, and then we can get it all nice and started.
All right. Time starts when Wesker, Jill, and Barry enter the room. So I'll be probably saying when to start.
Biohazard.
All right. This game obviously has the best voice acting in the series. So when I get out of the cutscene, we start the time. All right.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
Alpha.
Go.
What is this?
Wow, what a mansion!
Captain Wesker, where's Chris?
Stop it! Don't open that door!
But Chris is...
What is it?
Maybe it's Chris. Now, Jill, can you go?
I'm going with you. Chris is our old partner, you know.
Okay, let me handle this. Stay alert!
A dining room.
A dining room. What? What is this?
It's ketchup, Barry.
What is it?
Blood. Jill, see if you can find any other clues. I'll be examining this. Hope this is not Chris's blood.
Barry?
All right, Barry is going to do the famous 3 shots now.
It's a monster!
Let me take care of this.
Strongest zombie in the game, by the way.
What is it?
Kenneth was killed too. Maybe by this creature. Anyway, let's report this to Wesker.
All right, time to report back to Wesker, I guess.
Wesker!
He's gone.
Help me look for him, Jill. And don't leave this hall for the time being. Find anything, Jill?
Nothing. What is this
Yeah, did
all
you
about?
find anything, Jill?
Can't figure it out at all.
Beats me, too.
Now it's Wesker's time to disappear. I don't know what's going on.
Well, it can't be helped. Let's search for him separately. I'll check the dining room again.
Okay, I'll try the door on the opposite side.
This mansion is gigantic. We could get into trouble if we get lost. We should start from the first floor, okay? And Jill, here's a lockpick. It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you.
Thanks. Maybe I'll need it.
Listen, if something happens, let's meet up in this hall. This time I'll be there.
How did everybody like the supreme voice acting of Barry? Which he was a teacher back then, at least. I don't know if anybody knows that. Everybody knows that. That Barry was a teacher.
Yeah. That's one of the weird things about a lot of the old survival horror games in general. They kind of seemingly got randoms to do the voice acting.
Yeah.
Although, you want to know a fun fact about Barry's voice actor? If you do, he actually also shows up in the game Clock Tower for the PlayStation 1.
No, I didn't know that actually.
Yeah, he plays an old man in that game. And I like that because he also plays another character in another game called Nightcry, like years down the line as like the main villain, which is kind of a bit of a trip that he was able to still get work even in 2016.
I tried to do the YOLO here. It didn't work out.
Jill,
So there are two ways to do
what's
that
going
dodge
on?
there.
Any
One
clues?
safer one and one riskier one.
Something's wrong with this
And I tried the
house.
riskier one, but it's fine.
Whoa.
It's
This
only
hall
time
is
loss because
dangerous.
we're gonna heal now.
Maybe it's better to secure our escape
This
route
hall is
first.
dangerous, by the way.
There must be a back door somewhere. Let's try to find it first, shall we?
It's actually, this game is funny. The story of this game, this is actually the franchise that saved Capcom back in the day. Because they were trying to transition away from the arcades in Street Fighter.
Right. So quick question. You mentioned we had the YOLO dodge there in the last hallway. In terms of damage, how does that affect the overall run? So, like, if some dodges are missed, do you have to get more herbs? If you get too low on health, does Jill, like, I know in...
So this is the only time that you heal in this run.
Really?
This is the only time that you heal in this run. And you only do that because you fill up your menu to skip part of the cutscene with Barry. Because Barry says, just a moment, I found something. It's a weapon. You know, that whole cutscene,
Sure.
you skip it with filling up your menu. You know?
Right.
And so now it's about 20 seconds, I think. And then you said like it's a weapon. It's really powerful, especially against living things. Better take it with you. So he does the better take it with you, and we skip it because it's faster. It's actually funny because lately a new routing has been discovered for the console versions of this game.
Really?
Which makes the Jill run almost a knife-only run, which is funny. Because you don't pick up the grenade launcher because you have the door loads. It's actually funny because on PC the door loads don't count, but on console they do.
Huh.
So
What a weird quirk of just platform difference. I actually was about to ask, like, as I know you're running this on PC, I know there's like the console version. Isn't there like, what? So you have the original PlayStation 1. Isn't there like a Dreamcast version of this game or something?
no, the Dreamcast doesn't have a
I
Resident
know
Evil
there's
1
some kind of
classic.
Sega version. I think it's Saturn.
There's a Saturn, the Saturn version. You
Okay.
mean with Saturn Chris, like the
Saturn.
The weird Chris version. So Saturn so the Saturn version has a lot of quirks. It's slower. It's tougher to run because you can actually move before the loading is done, which is weird. So you have to like blindly pre-turn and run before you can actually see the game, which is weird. It's totally weird. But I watched runners complain about that. It's still an interesting run, but not very popular. Like this is the most optimized run, and it's also the most popular category. The Jill 80%, no major glitches. No vase check, by the way. So what I mean with vase check is there's a vase at the side there, and the trigger to check out the vase, like to inspect the vase, is so close to the blue gem that sometimes you check out the vase. And we didn't do that, which is good. Now we're gonna listen to some ouch.
Oh, Jill, this house is dangerous. There are terrible demons.
It's funny because
There
Richard
is serum. Oh, no.
has a different
brought
voice
some with
acting
me.
in the Nintendo DS version
problem.
of the game,
I'll go
and
and
it's
get it.
hilarious.
Thanks.
Everybody that hasn't checked it out should check it out. It's super funny. It's more funny than this actually, and that's tough to beat. All right, so we're gonna be trying to save Richard. Gonna pick up this key now. All right, this is going pretty well so far. I did the YOLO dodge because it only costs time. We're gonna heal afterwards anyway. So yeah, so the healing is just that. We're gonna bank the herb that we have with us right now.
So I guess I'm still kind of a whole bit dumbfounded on the fact that you really only heal once during the run. If one were to get grabbed, like, are there any safety precautions that one might take or anything like that?
I don't know of any. I know we're healing. To be honest, you don't know of any. Like
I like the mentality though. I don't mess up.
this is gonna be like a full run, as if it was like a competitive run. So we're gonna be doing like if things go really south, then we might heal on the way. But to be honest, I don't know how to do this run safely. I only can do it like this because when I got invited, thanks for the invitation, by the way, Richard probably is not going to
Here's the
survive it.
serum. Richard, hold on. I'll give you a shot now.
Jill, here's my radio. You should keep it. I'm...
No! Richard!
Jill, be careful.
Yeah, rest in peace. Okay, this is the biggest time loss of this run if we don't make it, the yawn dodge. If we get bit, we're gonna get poisoned and we're gonna lose 20 to 30 seconds. So bless that I get it right first try. And we're out. All right. And this was, by the way, the speedrun dodge. So this is the more risky dodge. I'm not gonna... Oops. So you can play a bit with the triggers of these statues here. You don't need to push them all the way, but if you push it too far, you're gonna get poisoned by the gas. So this is all going. We're about to leave the mansion, actually. Okay, no early aggro. There's actually a rare RNG there. This run is, by the way, doesn't have a lot of RNG. But there is a rare RNG there with that zombie that he will early aggro when you're coming down the stairs, and he will grab you. And let me tell you something, when he grabs you there, you're gonna be mad, because every zombie grab is about 2.5 seconds of time loss, and every second counts in this, because the run is so optimized. What I'm gonna be doing now, after the gallery was pretty okay, I'm gonna be trying the quick crank, which is one of the hardest time skips in the game. We could take it safe, but... So what I'm doing here, by the way, is every time you shoot, you can skip some animations if you menu. All right, quick crank, first try. It wasn't like the perfect quick crank. It might be actually, I have 2 seconds of time save here. Recently, I got 8th place for this game. It was all because I was preparing this run for this event. And in a D-Rust on day 3, I got 8th place, which was only an improvement by 4 seconds, by the way.
Still, congrats.
Thank you very much. It was a private run, actually, because I was streaming it on my Discord. Everybody check out twitch.tv Holy Soul and my Discord. I stream a lot in my Discord. Actually, it's super fun streaming for the people of the stream. We have a lovely community, a lot of good people. And I stream a lot there in the Discord, especially when I'm preparing runs, when I'm practicing, even when I'm doing a casual playthrough and I don't want spoilers or anything. I'm streaming it on the Discord. Oh, we got a bite. That was bad. I kind of missed the line a bit there, but it's fine. It's still fine. Right. We have to drain this. After we drain this, we'll pick up a key and a book, the red book. This is actually pretty painless here. On the Chris run, this part of the run is pretty annoying because you can die. Actually, RE1 has a very disgusting mechanic, actually. RE1 is probably the only game in the franchise where you need only 2 zombies to kill you because you cannot push them and you cannot dodge them. So if they wombo combo you and every time they take turns at you, biting you, you're gonna die. There's no way you can escape it. So you need only 2 zombies to die in this game. Actually, 2 zombies in this game are more dangerous than the tyrant. All right, boxes pushing. There's nothing super spectacular here. You just count the pushes.
It always does actually amaze me, because I just saw that last push, you barely, I think we're on the right side of the box, barely touching, and you're still able to get a full push off. So I'm always kind of just amazed how precise you can really be trying to you can really get it from any angle from the way it seems.
Yeah, if you do that, I mean, you try to squeeze out every possible 1/10 of a second. Now we're not watching the speedrun splits. I don't have them open right now, but you can, this is literally a game of frames. I call it at least a game of frames because you can literally see the frames go by when you're doing something wrong. I mean, now I should have done one more push. It's fine though for this. You see, now I'm at the edge of the box. This was a really good push. So you save a couple of frames, a couple of tenths here, and every time save counts in this, especially if you're going for top positioning. The time that we're aiming right now, I said that if I do a sub 39 in IGT here, no reset, I'll be happy with this.
And as well,
even though,
oh, go ahead.
Even though that should be possible, sometimes you never know. But the biggest time loss is out of the way, which is the yawn. So everything else now should go pretty smooth. This is, by the way, the gateway speedrun of the Resident Evil world. I don't know if you know that. So every time I get asked what game to speedrun to get into Resident Evil speedrunning, I always say this one, because that kind of teaches you the basics of the movement and the mechanics. Even though we're going to be running RE3 later on, and you're going to see some huge differences in the mechanics of the 3 games, even though they are only 3 years apart.
Oddly enough, I know a lot more about RE3 than I do this game.
Really?
Yeah, I think of all the games that are ran today, the only one I've actually done myself has been RE3, so it's quite fitting.
Yeah, RE3 is also the holy grail of the Resident Evil world, more or less. But all right, Barry's gonna come and save us. The voice acting here of Barry, by the way, is amazing. But this game has a special place in my heart because I used to play it as a kid so much, and it gave me also the first nightmares. So it definitely has a very special place in my heart. Yeah, so Barry's barbecuing the plant now. This is 100% vegan, by the way. He doesn't seem to like the plant a lot. By the way, fun fact. If Barry doesn't come to save you here and Jill dies from the plant, the death of Jill here is gruesome. She gets cut in half by the plant.
Don't mention it.
Which
What a
was, for
monster.
96,
I
was
can't believe
pretty brutal.
What the hell is this place anyway?
All right, now we pick up the key, and now we go back to the mansion. And we have to talk to Mr. Wesker, because he's shooting bees.
Wesker!
Jill, so you're safe.
That's what I was going to say. Where on earth have you been? You disappeared from the hall all of a sudden.
I'm sorry, but I have my reasons. Perhaps you guys have met them? It was all I could do to protect myself against those strange creatures.
Is that right? Anyway, it's good to see you're safe.
I get strong
Jill,
Top Gun
our first
Iceman
priority is to
vibes
get
from
out of
Wesker
here.
all the time in this game. I don't know why.
You're right.
Now, there are a lot of rooms in that mansion that we can't get into because they're locked up. I have been looking around for clues.
Okay, I'll go to the other house and see if I can find any clues.
Will you do that? I'm counting on you.
Okay, Wesker is counting on us, which is a really good thing, because we're going to be going back to the mansion, and we're going to be stepping on some bees here. So what's going to happen is, we don't have to answer the radio here, by the way, because it's time loss. And we're going to get picked up by Brad later on anyway. Fun fact, by the way, in the speedrun of this game, you're not allowed to click out of the screen, because if you click out of the screen, the run is invalid. So
Really?
bear in mind if you're running. Yeah, it's not allowed.
What happens?
You can alter the IGT if that happens. So, and since you cannot, there's no proof. I think that was the reason why they did it. And since there's no proof to see if you altered it, they said like clicking out of the screen is not allowed. So there's the guy that chases us here. You probably all know him. That's the Green Hornet here. Actually, legit one of the most terrifying enemies in the game, and also in RE3, and you're gonna see later on why. Okay, we're gonna visit the snake again, because we didn't have enough already. So let's see if we're gonna get the lucky slot. In my PB, actually, that hunter swiped me, but he didn't do it here. All right, there we go. A piano. We have to play the piano, but we're gonna get a pleasant surprise now. Perfect snake. Or yawn, how it's called. By the way, in this game, every zombie has its own name.
Can't see very
The snake is called Yawn.
About going down to
The
check by
spider
yourself?
later on
I
is
have a
called
rope here.
Black Tiger.
Oh,
And I can
do
tell you
you?
something funny
Well, then
about
I'll try to go
speedrunning this
down using
game.
the rope.
Every speedrunner of this game knows every name of every zombie and every enemy, but has no idea where it came from. For example, the first zombie where I failed the dodge is called King Henry. and I have literally no idea why he's called King Henry.
Done it. Sorry, Jill. Wait. I'll go and get another rope.
Yeah, so I will be also naming the zombie names. So now we're going down. Then we're going down to the basement, which has the atrocious horn music in the DualShock version, the one where the creator was deaf or whatever he was. You guys know, you know of that? The DualShock version of the game with its special music?
Yeah. I love that track. I think it's one of my favorites in any Resident Evil game, in fact.
Man, it has a lot of horns.
It does. It sounds like someone grabbed a bunch of horns and kind of threw them down the stairs.
Yeah, so there is also two very, very, very bad RNGs here that can happen. Like it's called Acid Tank. And for whatever reason, sometimes the game decides to give the zombie here, upstairs and downstairs, more HP. So when you shoot him, he doesn't die. So you shoot him, you think he's dead, and then he's grabbing you. And you lose. I lost one of my first sub 39s on that guy. This guy is called Gordon Ramsay.
I guess
And
I can
we
guess
dodged
this
him.
one. So Gordon Ramsay's probably named because he's in the kitchen, right?
Yeah, right. So you get the idea where the names are starting to come along. He's called Gordon Ramsay, and the joke here is Gordon Ramsay hungry today, where he wasn't hungry enough today. So we dodged him. So now we're running through the mansion again. We're gonna be leaving the mansion though. We're gonna say bye to the spiders here. There's gonna be a hunter waiting around the corner. And a hunter here. But that is not a problem.
Really quick, while we're leaving the mansion, I see a few people asking about it. So, the DualShock song is a real song on the DualShock version of the game, and it's really different because it just sounds like someone kind of muffled a bunch of horns together. I think the guy who wrote it tried to claim that he was deaf when he wrote it, which I don't think that is a...
I mean, that's what I know about it.
Right.
He claimed that he was deaf.
He claimed he was deaf.
I mean, I wouldn't blame him. This was almost bad RNG there. That was actually a really good dog dodge. Normally, the dog there. This is the only RNG in this game, by the way. The dog positioning here, and we got very lucky because normally when the dog is at that side, you're gonna get bit. Okay, so now we're gonna be rising up the water again. And we're going to be going to the caves now to meet our favorite character, Mr. Enrico. Which, the people that know the channel, my channel, know that I can do a really good voice impression of. Oh, the dog is low-key trolling there. It might be actually that dog bit me. I lost a second there. All right. Is that you, Enrico?
Is that Jill?
Wait
Is
there.
that voice Enrico's?
Is that your Ecdysis?
You're alive.
Yeah.
Wait there. Are you with anybody, Jill?
Are you with anybody, Ecdysis?
Oh no, I'm alone.
Someone is a traitor.
Listen, the stars are going to be finished soon. Someone is a traitor. Everything was plotted from the start by Umbrella.
Who killed him, I wonder?
Enrico. Who killed him, I wonder?
What if his
Alright.
heart just did that?
So Enrico's unfortunately dead. And now we have to escape the caves. There are some pretty disgusting triggers here in these caves, which I was used to call them final boss because I found them harder than doing the actual bosses. We're gonna visit now the Black Tiger, but don't ask me why it's called Black Tiger, the spider. I have no idea. Maybe it's a spider of a kind. So there's no Chris to punch that boulder here. So we have to escape it. Funny story, by the way, guys, is after I do the spider. My first Resident Evil speedrun was RE3 and not this. I ran this after I learned RE3.
Didn't you say to start on RE1?
Yeah, and I did everything wrong.
And then
so
you
that's why I
started
think
on
that
the
people
hardest
start
one.
with RE1 and not with RE3.
I ran a bunch of Resident Evil games. I think 3 may have also... No, I think 7 was my first. But 3 was, I think, my first of, like, the OGs, the classics. And 3 is hard.
3 it is.
I like
hard,
watching 3, and I
pretty
like
brutal.
running 3. It's fun. It just... it's not easy.
It's one of the most entertaining runs.
Oh, yeah.
RE3 and RE2 remake. For me, RE3 and RE2 remake. This is precision work. Like, literally, if you want to go after world record, I don't think that you can even afford to stream it. You have to be so concentrated. Like, everything counts.
Also, I think they call the spider Black Tiger because, he's entirely black and he has orange stripes, like a tiger.
Well, yeah, but you could call it whatever, Batman spider.
Well, the whole reason they called Yawn Yawn is because when you open his mouth, it's like a person yawning.
Yeah.
They came up with very simple names. It was a different time.
That was actually a good push there, and the trigger was first try, so on my PB, probably I would have saved time. So when we go into the fountain, we're gonna go into the labs now. There's not a lot of game left. We're almost done, actually. This is, by the way, the ending where we're not saving anyone. So, by the way, reopening the menu is faster here. Than doing the menu complete and going up back again. So we're going to the labs now. So we're not going to be saving neither Barry nor Chris, which is unfortunate. But that's the fastest category with Jill. So I'm going to be typing on the PC a bit. I'm not going to be doing it super risky. By holding the action, you can skip the intro in this. All right, that was pretty good. Sorry if I wasn't talking while doing this. It's
all good.
If you rip this, by the way, you literally lost the run because you're gonna lose about 15 seconds or so. Okay, so now we're going upstairs. We're gonna pick up a key. We're gonna be trying to dodge Ron Jeremy. That was those was both 2 perfect tech skips, by the way. So the tech skip here, if you do it almost frame perfect, you can skip the confirmation menu, so you save a couple of frames. Okay, Ron Jeremy weren't hungry either. This is a really good run, by the way. Oh, no selfie. I'm disappointed. So if you time it correctly, that chimera there will do a selfie in the camera. It's pretty funny, actually. It will show its face. All right, so. We're going to be visiting an old friend now, Mr. Wesker. And Barry's coming to the rescue. This is actually a really good run.
Yeah, it's been a fun one so far.
Barry.
Yeah, we only had one bite from the zombie that I YOLO'd the dodge there. But
And I mean, you
that's 2.5 seconds.
You called it like what, like 20 something minutes ago, where pretty much no healing for the whole run. I was curious, but yeah, you pretty much no healing.
Yeah, there's no heal. If something goes south here, by the way, in the lab, this cutscene, by the way, is one of the longest in the whole franchise. It's 5 minutes. So if you want to talk about something, we can talk now.
I know we had the terrible dialogue coming up. I saw the wonderful dialogue coming up.
He doesn't do everything I tell him to.
You are so cruel.
I do kind of like the old cheesy dialogues, though. They're fun.
I think it's part of the magic of this game.
It really is.
It belongs there.
That's Umbrella's intention.
And you can say what you want, but back then in '96, that wasn't that cheesy, to be honest. It had the B-horror movie vibe to it, which was amazing to that day.
I think there's a reason Resident Evil's managed to be as popular and successful as it has been. I think there's a few reasons for that.
I think you misunderstand me, Jill. To me, the monsters you mention mean nothing. I'm going to burn all of them together with this entire laboratory. I must complete my mission as ordered by Umbrella.
He has to complete his mission.
Go up on the ground and wait there.
Barry.
Barry's such a fool.
Barry's such a fool.
Yes. Oh. Let's see what happens. We may be having some technical difficulties right now. Let's see what happens on the... We're going to be going to a quick break while we solve these technical difficulties. We'll be right back really quick. All right, we are back. Apologies to that, everyone. There were some minor technical difficulties, but we should be good now, I believe. Holy, are you ready to get back into the run?
3, 2, 1, go. I'm ready to go.
All right, perfect. And these things do happen. There's no worries. As long as they're able to, keep things rolling, so.
All right, then let's continue with the awesome dialogue, right?
Exactly.
Discovery. You guys are idiots. No one understands its real value.
So, you're going to steal all the research?
Better yet, I'm going to show you the tyrant.
This cutscene was so awesome back in the day. I'm letting some things still play out for the fans of the game, even though this by the way, doesn't count in the IGT, the video.
Tyrant is the most powerful biological weapon in the world.
You don't mean you're experimenting on real people?
This is really beautiful. All this power will be mine.
For the sake of an awful creature?
Don't be upset. All weak people exist to be eaten.
All right, the tyrant fight. And if you're not asleep by then, he takes 3 shots.
What? Don't come this way! No!
Surprise, Mr. Wesker.
It can't control what it does.
Okay, that was the tyrant.
Good fight.
Yeah, that was the quick shooting was also good. I had enough time to consider how to quick shoot because that cutscene is so long. You can pretty much learn quick shooting in that cutscene. Okay, so now we're coming up to Rob Zombie. Can you imagine why he's called Rob Zombie?
Let's see.
That's this guy right here. Can you imagine why he's called Rob Zombie?
Jill,
No, actually, I can't.
it's you.
Because if he grabs you, he robs PBs.
I'm
Oh,
really
I get it.
embarrassed to see you now.
I was expecting one of the songs to be used. Like, oh no, it's literally just
Go quickly.
Rob Zombie. I get.
It's over, Barry. Wesker's dead.
All right.
Is that so? Jill, will you do me a favor?
Okay, Barry's not gonna make it,
This
guys.
is my last wish. Please give this photo to my family. Will you?
Sure.
Forgive me, Jill.
What I always say here when I'm on PB Pace, I say Barry die faster. I know it's not so nice to say, but still.
Poor Barry.
Okay, and that is actually it. Now, Brad is gonna call us with it from the helicopter. This is actually the Brad that has an unfortunate accident with Nemesis later in R3. Pick up the battery. All right, and I'll tell you when to press time. Time ends when the cutscene plays. Now, of course, the game has IGT, in-game time.
We can
not
check
real
that afterward
time.
as well.
Yeah, We should.
Yeah.
Should I skip the cutscenes? And that is it. GG's. No, you cannot. I'll tell you when to stop the time. It's not yet. Baldar Chris stayed in the prison cell. Tough luck for Chris, I guess. And time.
Good run. Let's watch the ending a bit here. While we're watching the ending, though, Holy Soul, do you have any shout-outs you'd like to give?
I want to give a big shout out to the Resident Evil community in general, to all the people that are in the chat and spamming my emotes right now. Thank you all so much for being here. I know it's unusual time for me to be on Twitch, but thank you everybody for coming. I hope you enjoy Resident Evil speedruns. Check out my channel, twitch.tv/HolySoul.
I was about to ask, but there we go.
Yeah.
Also, just Twitch, Twitter, all that.
Yeah, the Twitter is HolySoul_ because Holy Soul was taken, and the YouTube channel is HolySoul_Twitch. Check out I'm doing now at the moment I speedrun a lot of Resident Evil games. At the moment I'm speedrunning a Resident Evil 3 mod, Lord of Necropolis. I don't know if you've heard of it.
I have heard about it.
It's the best RE3 mod out there, and I did it no deaths, no saves, and I'm going for world record on that.
All right.
It's a very tough run, but it's very fun to run. Should we enjoy the credits or should we skip?
Let's see what the IGT is, because we do have at least one more run coming up, and
yeah, all right.
We'll
so
talk
let's
about
check
that
out the IGT.
Yeah, let's see what you got.
First we're gonna see Tyrant is angry. $38.50. Easy sub 39s. This is actually the benchmark for a lot of RE1 runners. The first sub 39.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. So that being said, I know you won't be going anywhere, Holy, because we still have another run with you coming up. And as always, we do have one more run coming up for the rest of the day. Well, we will be setting up for that. We are going to go to a quick break. This is the time to stand up, touch your toes, stretch your legs, do what you need. As well, before we go to that, if you would like to help with either game or volunteer submissions for AGDQ 2022 online, these are now open from until October 3rd. If you're looking to help the event from the comfort of your own home, go to gamesdonequick.com. As well, we will be shifting some of the time for our GDU Hotfix shows, so check gamesdonequick.com/hotfix for more information about this. We'll be right back. All right, we're back from the break. Thank you for sticking with us, everyone. We just finished up a wonderful run of Resident Evil 1. However, probably one of my personal favorite horror speedruns, and one of my personal favorite Resident Evils, and it is September 29th, although I guess it would be better if it was yesterday, because September 28th. But September 28th +1, monsters have invaded the city, and somehow we have Resident Evil 3 with Holy Soul. Let's go.
3, 2, 1, go. Yes, indeed. This is actually my main game, and I am super happy to display this today on the GDQ channel. Thank you again for the invitation. This is my main game, everyone. I speedrun this a lot. I have over 1,700 hours in this game. I hold multiple records in this. I don't hold any % record in this, but I was the first player to ever have done sub 42 in any % with a controller in this. So I hope I can display some nice skills in this. You all know this run. You, my friend Ecdices, you know this run.
Yep.
This is a very RNG heavy game, so everybody's in for a treat.
All right.
So we're playing the Chinese version. I'm going to be playing the unpatched version of the game. So for everybody that doesn't know, there is a patch done by Gemini for this game because a lot of people can't play it on modern machines. I'm going to be playing the vanilla version of the game because I have it running miraculously. So this is the OG version of the game in Chinese because this is the faster version of the game. And we're going to be playing with the original costume. When I speedrun this, I play with modified costumes. But since it's more or less the same time frame where RE3 takes place originally, September 28th on October 1st, we're going to be playing with the normal outfit.
All right.
So I'll tell you when the time starts. The timer starts when the flames appear, where Jill starts out of the apartment.
Just feel free to say time or go, ready, start whenever it comes up.
All right. Everybody's ready for Resident Evil 3?
Yep.
Let's go.
All right. Also, before we do again, I know we're going into it right now, so I'm going to give a special shout out to Pyramid K. He was going to be here today, but there were some complications. So thank you as well, Holy Soul, for being able to step up for RE3.
All right. Once I get out of the cutscene, time starts.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go. I have to click out of the screen real quick because the game is really loud. Just a moment. And it's also going to be very loud for the people in the chat, so I'm going to be lowering down the volume a bit. All right, there we go. What do you know about that first zombie, Ecdysis?
I know that it's virtually worthless to try dodging it because in most cases you're just going to lose the run.
Exactly.
Yeah. I know for a fact. Also, you heal after this. I know where you're getting at with that. But yeah, I know just eating the hits usually better. I know there's many runs that start too where you can even try shoving him and then he grabs you again, meaning you just wasted time.
Yeah, so technically, I try to dodge him a lot, and it's almost worthless because it's a second of time save. But sometimes that zombie will not let you dodge him, and he will grab you instantly.
All right.
3, 5 times in a row.
So while
you're
we
technically
have
resetting over and over for 1 second of time save.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Well, we have a calm moment here, and since a lot of people were coming from Resident Evil 1, would you like to explain some of the differences between RE1 and what we're going to be seeing here with RE3? Because I know this game's a lot meaner.
Sure. So there's a lot of things in the mechanics of RE1 and RE3 that are completely different. Obviously, we still have tank controls, so the tank controls remain, but we have the quick turn here, which is, I have to concentrate a bit on the basement.
Of course, I can explain a bit about the basement here right now. So these two zombies, there can be a variety of actions you can do. Ideally, the main idea is that you don't want to grab, and Holy needs to grab an item down here. This is going to allow him to solve a puzzle later, which is just going to burn down a door. This basement is, I guess, kind of a hell, so to speak, because there's just so many instances you can accidentally get grabbed, the zombies can be mean, and it's arguably one of the most RNG portions of the game.
Exactly. So if you're a fan of RE3 speedruns, almost all the time when people talk to me like, oh, you speedrun RE3. Every time I watch an RE3 speedrunner, she is always at the basement, which is kind of true because that's the main reset point of the game. You kind of lose a lot of time there.
Yeah.
This game is a lot more technical than RE1. RE1 is reduced to the basics: movement, triggers, smooth lines, menuing. It doesn't have a lot of menuing. This game also in an 80% doesn't have a lot of menuing. The RE1, especially the Jill 90% run, doesn't have a lot of RNG. So the more time you throw at the Jill 90% run, the better you're gonna get at it. While this run, do the RE3 zombies have names? I will tell you one name, Arcane, right now. So we're coming into the RPED. We're not gonna be fighting Nemesis. And in the speedrunner's language, the zombie at the floor is called Neymar. And he's there too, and we couldn't dodge him, unfortunately. So, the locker code is RNG. Second code. This is Misty, by the way. We say bye to Misty. This is a very bad pattern. If he would turbo there's also the turbo mechanic here for the zombies. Every RE3 runner knows about it. So the zombies here can turbo, which means I will be picking up this. Normally you don't pick this up, but I will pick it up. Okay, this is a Magnum. Normally you get either Magnum or grenade launcher here. I am gonna use the grenade launcher tool. It's gonna miraculously make the Magnum a grenade launcher. This is a tool that is allowed, and it makes the game bearable to run, because if you don't use that... Okay, let's see if the table zombie lets me out. No, that was very bad. That's why I picked up the fast, by the way. There was no way of escaping him, because that was the famous turbo mechanic. So the zombie turboed, and if a zombie turbos, it instantly accelerates towards you. And it also has different speeds, so that the zombies can accelerate in different speeds. And there was no way of dodging him. That was actually a really not the worst RPD you can have, but a really bad one. So normally in a speedrun, you would instantly reset this, because we lost there like at least 10 to 12 seconds. So yeah, so this is now relatively easy to run, because we're going up to the restaurant now. I just hope that the demons here doesn't slash me, because we're gonna fall into caution. I took the line a bit safer there.
And that's actually something as well that didn't really get brought up during Resident Evil 1. So Jill's movement speed actually will be varied based on the amount of damage Holy will be taking here. So he mentioned caution, so if he goes into caution, he runs a little bit slower. Still, like, you know, not super slow, but definitely slower than the fine speed. And then if he gets danger, it's practically limping the whole time.
Yeah, so you don't want to fall into caution, because when you're in caution, you're moving 20% slower. So that's what you don't want. So what we're going to be doing, I should have healed here, by the way, but we're going to take our chances with the zombie now. If he grabs me, we're going to fall into caution and heal immediately with a fast. But we're going to be taking another fast at the newspaper building. Let's see if we get the dodge here. No, we didn't. Actually, I gambled that I was going to get the rare dodge. But there's a rare dodge here, by the way, so the zombie will let you pass without grabbing you. Also RNG, by the way. This game is called, it shouldn't be called RE3, it should be called RNG3, because it has so much randomness.
Oh,
but
yeah.
it keeps the game fresh and challenging. So this is a very, very, very competitive, very... very competitive run. There's a huge leaderboard in this. Yeah, so we're gonna be picking up the gems to go to the cable car. You have to do a specific line here, and that zombie won't turbo. If you do a bad line here, the heavyweight zombie there will turbo, and he will probably grab you. No, the ladder is all of the items that you can push in this have are kind of see-through. They're kind of transparent. It's a transparency issue, I think, with the game. So, we're gonna be going to the cable car now. Oh, this is the bad RNG here, by the way, because the zombie that's lying there can be a problem when we're coming back, because he can turbo and can ruin your day. So, two possibilities here, dogs or zombies. And we get zombies, which is 3 seconds of time lost. In the knife-only round, by the way, you dodge these guys because you cannot shoot the barrel. Poor Mikhail. So, Jill.
Put this on.
Put this on, Jill. All right, next major time loss section of the game, the book and battery section. That wasn't really good, but it wasn't also terrible. That's fine, we'll take it and continue. There was no way of doing that better there, by the way, because they were blocking the exit, so I would have to wait until I could push them further back. This was actually not a good statue area, but it wasn't like the worst one. I've seen worse.
That whole portion is just incredibly mean, depending on how those zombies want to act.
Oh yeah, they can actually do very disgusting things with you there. So they can like grab you 3-4 times, and then you lose like literally 15 seconds right there and then, plus a ton of HP, and the run is over. Like the book and battery area can totally destroy the run, easy. Don't turbo. Thank you very much. Dogs or birds here, by the way, for enemies. Pyramid strat. Shoutouts to Mr. Pyramid. Didn't go that well because he didn't turn. We're gonna try and dodge the guy. Oh, I almost tricked them because I went around, but it didn't work out. Yeah, that was actually a very terrible battery area. So let's hope we dodge these guys here, because we have to use the fast otherwise.
Also, we can
give me the rare dodge.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was weird, but whatever. We didn't get hit, so it was the rare dodge RNG there.
Yeah.
So we're going to the power station now. I'm going to use the fast now going in, and then the battery.
So, just to also kind of explain for the health, every bite, I want to say, from basic zombies is about 20 damage, if I remember correctly, right?
20 damage in the normal game, 30 damage in the arranged game, and also 30 damage for the console versions of the game.
Oof.
So the console players have
a bit of a meaner time.
You know why that is? Because of the renting business back in the day.
Oh yeah.
They wanted to do the game for the western part of the world harder, so players would keep the game rented longer, or would buy it eventually instead of renting it for a couple of days and then playing it through and giving it back. Because you remember the old days, Blockbusters and whatever.
Hollywood Video.
Exactly.
The only game I remember renting from there, though, was a game called Predator Concrete Jungle.
Never played that.
I just remember that's my most vivid memory of a Blockbuster. I remember going there, getting that game, beating it, returning it.
Yeah, but that was pretty common practice. This is, by the way, the bad RNG. We get the Nemesis to chase us, which makes the next door after this, instead of fast, slow. And the zombies are aggressive here and they can grab you. If you get the no Nemesis chase, you can run straight through them. And now we're on our way to the pharmacy, my favorite place. In my channel, by the way, I have a secret animation made by my artist. Every time I get Aquacure, there are 3 possible codes, by the way, for everybody that doesn't know, but I assume everybody knows RE3. But for everybody that doesn't know, we're gonna go to the pharmacy now, and the pharmacy has 3 potential codes. And the worst one is obviously Aquacure. And every time I get Aquacure, I have a special animation because I'm gonna reset the run anyway. Oh, this is very bad RNG here. This is very bad RNG. Normally, you can get lucky there and he gets out of the way. So, let's go to the pharmacy. I'm gonna be picking up this. All right. Oh, Adravil it is. Why is Aquacure the worst? Because it takes the longer to type. The longer to type is Aquacure. The shortest to type is actually the Adravil. No, whatever. Still okay. Heat turbo there. That was very bad RNG there. It's a good thing that I picked up the fast because we got super destroyed here. That was actually a very bad pharmacy. We didn't get SAFs. It was Adravil. That was RE3 in a nutshell, by the way.
Yeah, so that's a lot of that.
Yeah, this is like a total. This run is a. While we got a good run in RE1, for example, that 38.50 that we did, no reset, which is a really good time, by the way, if you can do it casually, no reset. This here is Reset City. We had nothing going our way. The only thing that went pretty okay was the basement. That was it. Book and battery were bad. We got zombies at the cable car. This run should have been reset so many times now. But we have something to talk about, right? Which is also
exactly.
This should be fun and entertaining, and
that's
it shouldn't
the most important part.
Only about nerding out on times. At least that's how even though I do run these games very religiously, has nothing to do with the holiness, by the way. I do like to have fun with the speedruns, and when I'm noticing that I don't have fun with the speedrun, I'm not running it anymore. Okay, let's use this now because we don't have space. So normally in the speedrun you don't pick up the pass, so you have space, but that's fine. The so-called Ronaldinho dodge is coming up, and you will understand why it's called like that. Perfect Ronaldinho dodge. Let's go. So this trigger here is pretty weird sometimes. Thank you so much, Massacre. Like, this game does not have ideal runs. You will get destroyed sooner or later in this. That's why runners of this game that run this game very competitively, like myself, for example, or Pyramid K or Orchlon, like, oh, sorry. I won't pick up the fast now. They have like thousands of resets. They have like literally thousands of resets. We're talking not 1 or 2,000, but 6, 7, 10,000, 12,000 if you're playing this for years, obviously. You're resetting this game a lot.
Stars.
Mr. Nemesis. So let's hope this guy behaves now. He didn't behave, but we dodged him. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Did you see that? He was really hungry. So I'm coming up to the worm. So this worm, in the old bosses category, you have to fight it. This is pretty interesting and lowers the HP of the worm on the second fight at the graveyard. Pretty smooth. When you're starting off running this game, you will lose 1 or 2 runs here because the worm will surprise you when you don't hit a trigger precise. Oh, sorry. All right, let's leave, Mr. Carlos. Time to drive the cable car. Mikhail. Stars. Get off my train, shitbird. That was actually the better line that they did in RE3 Remake.
That's a fun one.
In the OG, he says, "You lose," which is a bit more boring than, you know, "Get off my train," you know. All right, next RNG, big RNG in the game. Early or late powders for the clock tower fight. And of course we get... It is actually funny. This is a running gag. Every time I do a knife-only run, I get early powders here. In a knife-only run, of course, which is...
You don't need them,
no
yeah.
use at all. Yeah. And when I'm running any other run, late powders. Let's just hope we don't get 6 changes.
Here's a gift for you.
Okay, so we need this now. We're going to be picking up this. And we're going to be mixing the powders afterwards when we go upstairs at the clock tower. Okay, let's see. Despite all the bad... I think. All right, how many changes we're gonna get? I say we're gonna get 5 changes.
I'm feeling 2.
Welcome to RE3. That is 5 changes, Mr. Ecdysis.
What, did you get 5?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, I thought I was proud. I was thinking you're gonna get it. Also, I think we may be having technical difficulties, so... Yeah, no worries. Just stop where you are right now.
Oh,
we're back. Yeah, keep going. We're back.
Right. 5 changes.
It was 5 changes.
Yeah, it was 5 changes. You can see it actually when you're coming at the box and it's playing the music for the first time, if you look closely.
Also, minor off-topic tidbit. Twitch chat got to see me play with a rubber band because I never know what to do with my hands while doing these. I just saw myself on the screen, so I was like, oh, hey, wait, that's me. And, I mean, I wanted to be kind as well. I thought you would get 2 changes, but I guess 5.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm not... I'm not very famous in this game for my good luck, so I get a lot of bad luck in this game.
Oh.
So 5 changes is what I get most of the times. But it's still okay because we're having a lot of fun with this game.
Yeah.
And like I said, at the time I'm running a very hard mod, which is a lot more challenging than this.
You know what though? I'm gonna Hail Mary this one right now. Watch. You are going to get YOLO, Carlos, and you're gonna get the best water puzzle RNG.
Oh, really?
I'm calling it. You're gonna get YOLO, Carlos.
Okay. Are you ready to bet on that?
Am I ready to bet on that? You know, I'll gift out 1 sub to GDQ
I bet you
chat.
5. All right.
I'll do 1. Nice and simple.
I have to click out of the game real quick because I don't have the cheat sheet on.
Oh, the order?
Yeah.
Oh, I can never remember the order of all these. For anyone who may not know this puzzle, the whole idea is that there are 3 stones and they correspond.
So normally
in
this
time.
was a bad RNG. It was 7 or 5 o'clock. Always starts with amber at the right. It's just that I feel better when I see it.
Yeah.
So we are gonna YOLO, Carlos, of course, for everybody. That this is like the most atrocious RNG. Like this run should have been reset now like 30 times. Okay, so we're gonna YOLO, Carlos. 1 sub on the line for YOLO, Carlos.
Yeah, I think you will get it. I feel good about it. I've been betting on the good results.
All right. If I get it, I'm gonna gift a sub.
And then if you don't get it, I'll gift 1.
All right, fine. We got a deal.
All right.
So
Realistically as well,
still September, so.
Exactly. As well with YOLO, Carlos, it's really like a 50-50 split.
Yeah, it is a 50-50 chance,
Yeah.
but there is also the 50-50 chance that you're gonna get the bad side, which costs a lot of time.
I'm just saying you're getting it first try.
Let me
That's all I'm
concentrate
saying.
on this because of the
course.
shooting.
I could explain the fight if that helps here. So the general idea while Holy is shooting this is he wants to be just unloading the quick shot grenades as much as possible, just kind of getting Nemi with all of them. Probably the fight Nemi will go down. He's making sure to hit him on the ground and make sure to aim down while also still shooting Nemi. Health doesn't really matter here if you take damage, because when you get back to Jill, she'll be healed to full. And also, we're going to the Carlos section.
October 1st.
Okay, so why YOLO?
I woke up to the sound of falling rain. I can't
Why YOLO Gamer? Because it saves time. So there's a room before that where you go to check the code. We're not going to do that for entertainment reasons. And we're not going to go the safe route. We're going to YOLO, which means we're going to try to gamble the code, which is faster if you get it. But if you don't get it, you lose a lot of time, depending on what side the cabinet is going to be. So the spiders were pretty generous there.
And the question as to why YOLO? Because it's fun.
And because it's fun, yeah, of course. I mean, this run is should have been reset anyway, so we might as well have fun with it. I mean, I'm having fun with this. RE1 was a lot of fun. We got a 3850.
Yeah.
Well, this is a lot of fun so far. And I know I'm getting bad RNG in this, so. All right, so we're gonna have to go to the 4th floor. We're gonna have to check the elbow now.
There also appears to be a slight fracture in his right arm
Just below the elbow.
However,
all right, so 4th floor it is. Bad RNG, we get zombies upstairs. Good RNG, we don't get zombies upstairs. Finally, some good RNG at least. All right, so take the key, and it's time for YOLO, 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 YOLO.
All right, let's see what you get.
Let's go.
So kind of just to explain how this is going to work for people. There's going to be 4 possible answers. However, once Holy enters the room, there can really only be 2 because the cabinet will be facing a certain way. Looks like we actually have really good RNG.
Yeah, this is the
right
good
now.
RNG, and this is a troll game, I'm telling you.
All right, let's see. Let's see. Is he gonna get it? If we see lightning, that's bad.
This is a troll game, I'm telling you.
Woo! I told you. I told you, Yellow Carlos. I called it. I called it.
The sub.
You can do it at the end of the run. Don't worry about it.
I don't believe it.
I knew it.
Dude.
I told you you'd get it.
I don't believe it. This is unreal. Okay, basement. I don't believe it. Okay, this is the bad RNG. We're gonna get the hunters here. So I have to watch out because you need to shoot don't laugh at me because this 531 is tormenting when you're on pace. I'm telling you.
Oh no, I'm not laughing at the hunters. I'm laughing at the fact that I actually kind of called the Yellow Carlos.
Can I have you when I'm actually playing this?
Oh no, you'll get bad RNG when that happens. Don't worry about it. You'll get bad RNG then.
Oh. Yeah, he called it, Mio. He called it. Can you call it the next time when you're on the stream, please?
Hey, I said you'll for this run you'll get a decent water puzzle. I think. I'm not going to bet on that one, but I feel like water puzzle's not going to be me.
The water puzzle doesn't make a lot of difference, you know. All right, please no memes here. All right, both dead. We could get memed here. There is a rare RNG here where they kind of do like a moonwalker thing. They kind of dodge out of the way, and then that was actually a really good exit here, by the way. Okay, so the hospital is going to go up in flames, and like you miss the shot. I mean, you're shooting the explosive, but then the hunter doesn't die. Or sometimes he will early aggro, and he will jump over you, and then that's also kind of GG situation. Oh my God, we got poisoned, but that doesn't matter because we're only going to go to jail now. That was actually my fault because I went too far forward. Normally, I should be going only a tiny bit less forward. This is actually a dodge. This is actually to not get poisoned, but it doesn't really matter because we don't have to fight Nemesis in this category in any percent. Okay, we're gonna pick up the knife while Jill is moaning. Okay, so this was late powders. In late powders, we have to pick up the grenade launcher rounds at the corner and not the mine thrower. If we had early powders, we would have to pick the we'll have to pick up the mine thrower. Poison memes, that's fine. In this run, it doesn't matter. This game also has a huge difference to RE1, which I want to point out. In RE1, door loads don't count in IGT. In this, they count. And there are 2 different types of doors, slow doors and fast doors. And if you want to be fast in this game, all bad RNG. But the lines were good. Oh, dogs here. That's actually the good RNG here. But I would rather have hunters here and hunters at the bridge than have the zombies, because the zombies can be really nasty. But I mean, most of the times they're not any trouble. But if for some rare cases they can all turbo at the same time, and then that is pretty much it. Okay, no coggers. Okay, worm. 1 cycle worm.
I'll have to see.
We'll see. I'll try.
And when that fight comes up, I can help explain, because I do know that fight can be pretty rough.
Yeah, there are 2 RNG patterns here. There's the good RNG where you can get a possible 1 cycle worm, and there's a bad RNG where you cannot get it. And Let's see what we get. And you also have to quick shoot precise. So let's hope we do that. All right. Let's go. I won't be talking that much right now because the worm, for the worm, I need to listen to the acoustical cues, to the sound cues.
Would you rather I go over for you or just want pure silence?
No, that's fine. I'm just not
right.
gonna talk. That's all there is. I mean, at least the fight until the fight is over.
Sounds good. I'll explain it then. No worries. So right now, the fight coming up is going to be the worm. Holy needs to be careful here because there's multiple ways of beating it, either a 1 cycle or a 2 cycle. The general idea of the 1 cycle is that you want to get enough quick shots, and it's while it's heading towards you, to where you just kind of, oh yeah, there's the early dive too. So the quick cycle would be you can just pretty much nail it with enough shots before it dives, and you just instantly kill it. This is kind of more, I guess, expected for the worm. Kind of be weaving in and out. You want to make sure you hit him when he's up, and then overall, it's been a good fight so far. But this fight's really a big test of many things, namely the quick shot and just, I guess, spacing primarily.
Oh my god, this is like the only good thing was the YOLO 531, but everything else, like,
hey,
you're still onto that water puzzle. But the water puzzle, it's like literally 1.2 seconds of time save. I would rather have the 1 cycle on a no reset run, just so people can see it, because it's rather spectacular, you know, when you get it. The quick shots were good, but oh, that was bad. I have to be very careful now because I'm at 145. Oh, he turboed. Okay. This is go. I won't be picking up the fast at the dead factory. Just in case we get hunters at the waterway. Because the hunters at the waterway can kill you. No matter how much HP you have. They can actually stun lock you. Alright. Okay, so this is the final part of the game, the dead factory. We're gonna be meeting up Carlos here. Say bye to Carlos, pick up the key. I'm gonna be picking up this, I don't care. We have to survive this in case the game throws memes at us. That was a really good trigger there at the Steam.
I think that's one of my favorite tricks in the whole run, how you could just kind of touch the computer and go through the Steam to activate it.
Yeah, actually, that's... it shouldn't be happening. On the mod that I'm playing, the modder actually made the Steam to do atrocious amount of damage, so you're forced to do the puzzle in the correct way, because if you don't, you're gonna die. So that was
makes sense.
I mean, actually, the mods for this game are getting really, really good. Oh, we got the good RNG here. That's actually really good. Okay, so I'm not gonna be... Oh, I missed the triggers here. Okay, water puzzle. Worst RNG, Mr. Ecdysis.
Well, I'm glad I didn't bet on that one.
Medium low. 1 right, 3 right, 4 left. All right, a lot of bad RNG in this run. Accept that 531 that the dice is called. Mm-hmm.
You only need one.
You only need one, yeah. Well, to finish the game at least. Yeah, so we're on our way now to Acid Nemi. Which is an interesting fight sometimes. This zombie here on the outside of the elevator can turbo. He didn't. Nikolai is gonna do his yoga up there. Okay. I have to listen to the sound cues for this fight. And now I need silence for this fight. After I do the fight...
Yeah, we'll explain after that. Just do the fight. Yeah. This fight is a pain. This is the Acid Nemi fight for anyone joining in. And it's 100% audio based.
Perfect fight.
Absolutely great fight. Well done. That fight is not easy for anyone who may have just been watching Holy demolish the fight. Essentially, he had to use audio cues to make Nemesis approach him at the right time. He had to time the acid to jump out right when it needs to. And the first 2 hits can always be just the death sentence of a run.
Missile attack confirmed.
All right. On our way to finish the game. Heat turbo there. Okay. We're gonna go around. We got destroyed there. It's fine. I'll use the fast on the card. So there's a line you have to do there, but if the first zombie turbos like that, it's tough luck. So no Super Gamer here. It's called Super Gamer Hallway because Super Gamer, a speedrunner called Super Gamer, lost the world record here. So the zombies will block you. Okay, no B zombie. I don't want to say the full word. Everybody knows how that zombie is called. All right, final enemy fight. Let's see if we can get a good fight here. Chicken system. Chicken battery. Okay, let's activate the chicken and finish the game. Nice push. Battery connected. All right, let's go, papa. Let's see if we get the good RNG. So we need Nemesis to not be in the middle, because if he's there, I mean, it's not the end of the world, but there are some memes that can happen. Activate the chicken, yeah. All right. Oh no, I missed a shot.
See how it goes.
We still got him though.
All right, but are you going to give him stars?
Should we give him stars?
I think you should give him stars.
We should give him stars.
System overheating. Enter cooldown mode.
Let's go. You want stars? I'll give you stars.
You want stars? I'll give you stars.
All right, and that was RE3. I told you 45 was pretty good.
If you didn't give him stars, I think it would have been.
It would have been in real time of 45 easy.
Yeah.
All right, over here. And time.
Great run, a fantastic run. I can't remember if we could ever skip the ending sequence. We don't really need to because the music.
You
will play.
cannot
We can
skip
see
the
your
ending
IGT.
sequence.
Yeah, we'll listen it out. We'll see your IGT. We'll see what you got. But I want to say thank you, Holy Soul, for doing both these runs. I love watching RA3. That was a great finisher there, and it seems like I see a lot of chat with a lot of holies in there. So
yeah,
I feel like
the people are very passionate about the channel.
I'm glad to hear that. Once again, I have a couple questions for you. One, do you have any shout-outs you'd like to give?
Like again, as with the RE1 run, I want to give a shout out to the Resident Evil community, to all the people that supported the channel and me throughout the past time since I was streaming. Pyramid K, my good boy, Mr. Can You See Him? All the people in the stream, all the guys that woke up really early for this run, especially the Europeans. Thank you all so much. I have only one special thing that I have to say for something special. Welcome to the stream. I know you guys are watching.
All right.
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you very much for the invitation. It was a great honor being able to perform at the GDQ channel. Please check out my channel, my YouTube channel. We're also going to be applying for partnership. We made it last week. It's going to be amazing. So
speaking of which, if anyone wanted to help you with that endeavor, they wanted to help you on Twitch or check you out in general, where can they find you?
They can find me on twitch.tv/holysoul, on Twitter, twitter.com/holysoul_, and on my YouTube channel, where I launched recently my podcast, the Holy Talk series, where we talk a lot about Resident Evil and stuff in general. YouTube.com/holysoul_Twitch. Thank you, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the runs. It's been a pleasure. It's been an honor. And enjoy the credits. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we're going to see what time you got, but really quick, I just want to say thank you again for joining us here, and thank you for filling in for RE3. I know we had a bit of scheduling conflicts. Big shout out again to Pyramid K for, he was on commentary earlier, but was unable to do the run for this. So I do want to say thank you for stepping in for that. I always love just watching the end of RE3. The piano, just everything about it, just a great ending, I think.
Everybody loves this music. But I will have to say, with all the flack that RE3 Remake got, the remake music for RE3 Remake in the credits is also equally amazing.
Oh yeah.
All right, sub 45 with all that bad RNG and 531. Thank you very much for having me.
All right, thank you for being here. And yeah, that was a great time. Thank you once again, Holy Soul. Before we wrap it on up for today, you have anything else you would like to throw in?
No, thank you very much for having me. It's now early in the morning for me.
Get some rest or get some
I'll
coffee.
get some rest. Yeah.
Yeah.
The third one. And
thank you again. All right, for everyone else, that does wrap up our show for today. I hope that you enjoyed the plunge in the classic Resident Evils, especially around this time of year, late September, early October. It's a great way of breaking into the spooky month. And it's also just kind of, you know, September 28th, +1, daylight. It's just a nice way of kind of honoring the series. That being said, though, that is wrapping up our show today for Speedruns from the Crypt. If you do enjoy this show, we are here every 2 weeks, usually, and we do a variety of spooky speedrun content. With October ramping up, hopefully we'll have a lot of fun stuff coming your way. As well, I've been your host, Igdisis, so if you ever want to just know more about how the show works or just any horror stuff, you can actually find me as well over at twitch.tv/Igdisis or on Twitter at Igdisis_Twitch. Last but not least, if you would like to join in for AGDQ 2022, online game and volunteer submissions are now open from now until October 3rd. And if you're looking to help with the event from the comfort of your own home, go to gamesdonequick.com. As well, I see Holy Soul did the sub to chat gifting one.
Yeah,
Thank you for honoring that.
I promised. It was YOLO, all right? I lost the sub. That's fine.
I'm saying I called that. I did call it. So, we're wrapping up for today. We'll be going to a raid, but have a great rest of the day and or night, everyone. And have a good one.